The next section of this chapter deals with what are called, well, introduces what are called dummies. And you'll see why you need a dummy by this very simple example. What I'm going to try to do is draw an activity network for this precedence table. So I've got a source node, get cracking on with A and B. And then you'll see C depends upon A and B. So we need A and B to come together. So A and B coming together. Now this event signifies A and B have come together. We can get cracking on with C. D though says that just needs A to be complete. So you can't have D coming off here because this is saying A and B have been completed. Whereas D, you could start earlier. You could, as soon as A is finished, you can get cracking on with D. You don't have to wait for B. But this is saying C, you must wait for both A and B. So let's try it again in the other order then. So we've got A and B. And then this time, let's get cracking on with D. So D depends on just A have been completed. But C though depends upon A and B. So we need A and B to come together, which you can't do because A has already ended here with this event that says A has been completed. So here's where you need a dummy. Now a dummy is an activity that doesn't exist, it takes no time, you need no worker, but you just need them to make your diagram make sense. So what we do is we do this one first. If you've got, say, A and B, where you've got A on its own, then A with a buddy, you would always do A on its own first, then you would do A and B. But you need A to join B, so you need to carry through the event down to B. And you do that with what's called a dummy. So the dotted line needs a direction arrow, and this is signifying that this signifies A has ended, but you carry A on, so now you've got A and B coming together. And then you can get cracking on with C. And you should never end your activity network like this. You should always bring any loose ends together to your sync node. Now, just to carry on this a little bit further, there was an example on a recent exam paper where you had this situation. I wonder if I can do it here. Let's just try. Wonder if this will work. So what you'd have to do in this situation is you start off with A, then AB, then ABC. Just do that one first, then that one, then that one. But you're going to need two dummies. Let's see if I can draw that. I'm not sure I can. So source node, A and B. You would then do this one first because this is the one where A is on its own. So D depends on A has been completed. You then do this one because you need A and B to come together. And then you can do C. And then we need A, B and C to come together before we can do activity E. So here's where you need another dummy. This example doesn't work very well actually. And then you'd have it D and E coming together at the sync node. It's not a great example because then you shouldn't really have this situation. Okay. So these are the events. You can have as many activities you like leaving an event. You can have as many activities you like entering an event. So this one is signaling that these three activities have been completed. You're not allowed to have this though. So you cannot have two activities that start at the same event and end at the same event. You're not allowed to have that in activity network. In those situations, you're going to need a dummy. So the dummy would simply be placed in the middle of either of these, and you would split up the activity into here and here, then have a dummy linking the two. So then the reason for that is because we have no two activities may share the same start and end node. Every activity must be uniquely described in terms of its events. So if I said to you, what activity links up events 4 and 5, you could only say this. What activity links up 4 and 6, you could only say this. But in this situation, I said, what activity links up 4 and 6, there's two possible answers, which you can't have. It must be uniquely described in terms of its events. Generally in the exam, when you get a question involving dummies, you'll generally have one reason, and let's say explain the reasons for your dummies. One reason will be this, to get around this problem, and you just simply say, activity D depends upon A, whereas activity C depends on A and B. That's all you need to do now. And you'll generally get one reason because of this. No two activities may share the same start and end node. It's usually worth 2 marks in the exam, one for each reason, so it's easy marks to pick up. Okay, let's move on to another example. So when you're looking at drawing activity network from a precedence table, you need to be looking for when you've got a letter and that letter repeating again with a buddy. So here I know straight away I'm going to need a dummy. I would do this one first, then a dummy so I can do this one. I've got these again here. If you try and do DNF first, you're not going to be able to do it. So you're going to have to do H first, then this one. So do H, then a dummy, so that you can do G, where DNF comes together. Often you will probably draw an activity network and it'll look a complete mess, so you might want to redraw it, or you can use a pencil and then rub out and change letters around just to make it look a little neater. Your lines can cross, but avoid doing it if you can, because then your diagram looks a bit messy. So I'll start off with my source node. I only get cracking on with A. So this event signifies that A has been completed. I can then get cracking on with B, C and D. Now, the activity network is going to be easier to draw if we get these in the right order. So it might be better to have C on top, it might be better to have C there. I just don't know at the start of it. So I'm just going to have to adapt my diagram later or redraw it if I want to make it look a bit neater. I then need to end B, so I can get cracking on with E. I then need B and C to come together. So there's B, I'll just do a dummy down so it joins up with C. So this event is B has been completed, I can do E. This event is that B go through that event, B and C has been completed, I can get cracking on with F. Here, the trick here is I must remember to do this one first, not G. So H is that D has been completed. So this event is D has been completed. I can draw H, but then I need D and F to come together. So I need a dummy that hooks up D and F. So this is D and F have come together. I can do G. I requires G and H to come together. So this event is that G and H have been completed. I can get cracking on with I. And then that's it. So you just tie up your loose ends at the sync node. Okay, have a go now at exercise 8B. Remember that this is a very, very popular exam question. You need to get on top of activity networks.